Alright, Bay Bears, it's Blake again here, and we're going to be talking today about the different types of alien races out there. From what I got when I was researching, there's pretty much three basic kinds. There's the gray ones, the reptilians, and then the tall whites, or the blonde Nordics, blonde hair, blue eyes, Pelagians. I'm first going to be talking about the lizard reptilian alien class. They're basically from Alpha Draconia. They have scales, tails, claws. They have emotions, and they're hostile. They're huge reptiles. They're basically like walking alligators. There's, Egyptians way back then, they have pictures of alligators, and there's ancient Chinese records of these ancient creatures, these lizard-like creatures, and there's statues all over the world of these blood drinkers, and they worship the dragon and these lizard gods. It's nuts. But if you guys are really interested in the reptilian race, I suggest you go check out David Icke. I'll put a link down below. He talks a lot about New World Order and undercover aliens, under human skin, and a lot of wild stuff. People have even said that, high political leaders are reptilians or demons inside, and they've caught their eyes on camera that looks like lizards, and it's pretty interesting stuff. I suggest you go check it out. But there's a lot of reptilians in movies. We got Star Trek here, all sorts of different kinds of stuff. I think this is that one looks like Galaxy Quest. You can see it everywhere. This one's the Kong movie, the new one. It was pretty sweet. The underground, reptile monsters, and looks like Jupiter Ascending, I think. The winged dragons, and all very interesting stuff. Oh, and my favorite, Predator. Good lord. Awesome movies. Alright, we're going to talk about the most famous, I think, of aliens are the Greys, most common. I think everyone pretty much have heard of the gray aliens and the huge black eyes, and they have these pear-shaped heads, and this is, I think everyone knows about this. I think it's said that they come from Zeta Reticuli, and they everyone knows about the abductions that are going on, and the Area 51 UFO crash, and the aliens that they found, and supposed pictures and documents, and there's videos online about alien briefings, and if you really want to go into it, it's not too hard to find all these pictures. But I think yeah, it's nuts. It's like they're out there. There are rumors that the government captured them and was working with them and using their technology for allowing their race to make abductions on humans and letting them take people pretty much and using them for genetic experiments. And there's some of them aren't even real. Some of them are robot, or they're half biological, half mechanical, and they're doing some wild stuff, and they're all underneath underground bases. And these are just some basic pictures for you guys. If you guys are interested, go do the research. This is real stuff. Even if we go back and look at the archaeology record, we can find, traces of these pear-shaped, wide-eyed aliens that resemble our Greys today. So they knew about it way back then, and aliens have been around for thousands of years, and they're just doing some kind of experiment. We don't know. Here's one with a elongated skull. I don't know if it's alien. I know that you can bind your skull and make it look like that, but the kings and the royal bloodlines, and here's an Egyptian picture of the alien, and zoom in, it looks like an alien gray face. It's insane. We can find this and say, look, this is nuts. What is this? And it looks like alien spacecraft to little beings. We found a coin with an alien face, very similar, very similar. There's the back of it, I think. It's an alien ship. Nuts. It's something about Gaia finding these mummified remains, I believe in Peru, and it's, you know, they're doing tests on it and it looks like an alien. It's got 3 fingers and it's 1,000 years old and it's mummified. I don't know if it's real, but it's very, very interesting. You guys can go check that one out. And of course, we're going to find the gray aliens referenced in many different movies over the years. This looks as Falling Skies, I think. We got Independence Day, you know, all these very similar type of aliens. There's E.T., of course, you know, his pear-shaped head. And what is this? I think that's Dreamcatcher. Yeah, this is Paul, and you know, look, that's I'm pretty sure like that's pretty much exactly what they look like, but I don't know. But this is, they're leading to it. And here's I don't know, some kind of other show, and they make fun of it in other movies, and you know, desensitize it and desensitize people and let them get used to it. I think this is Scary Movie 3. You know, looking ridiculous, but you know, it's nuts. Alright, we're gonna get going with the next class, next race. It's the blonde hair, blue eyed Nordics, or the Pelagians. There's been you know, a lot of different people interacting with these guys from all over. I suggest you go look at Billy Meyer and him. I'll probably do a video on him later, but he's very, very interesting. Personally, for me, when I think of blonde-haired, blue-eyed, I think of Adolf Hitler in World War II and the experiments and the, you know, royal bloodlines and all the technology that was gained after World War II and the hovercrafts and him going to Antarctica and looking for these artifacts. There aren't too many movie references for, you know, blonde-haired, blue eyes, but there's you know, they might be archangels, or there might be sirens, or they could be Amazons, you know, but one thing we know is that they are very, very beautiful. I'm just gonna show you guys a couple more pictures. You know, I think this is Batman. You know, I don't know what this is, maybe Twilight, or these are actually people they caught on camera. Very, you know, Super Saiyan, blonde hair, green eyes. Oh man. Alright, no more of that. There's been, you know, sculptures, blonde-haired, blue-eyed people that looks like Sumerian, Anunnaki, and there's, you know, all different cultures, these blue-eyed beings, this certain type of race or genealogy, you know, that we need to be looking into. This could possibly be their ancient alien race bloodline. I think I should at least point out that there is a praying mantis race. I think in 1973 there was one, somebody detected one. They use like robes and they're very, very sneaky. I think they control, they're like the overlords maybe of the Greys, and you know, it's crazy. There's here's District 9, there's Starship Troopers, Rico, Johnny Rico. Great movies, Men in Black. Yeah, just these little insectoid creatures. Here's Anunnaki ones, you know, and you know, don't trifle with them. Look at this guy. It's also worth mentioning the Bigfoot race. You know, I don't know about these guys. They might be a subspecies of humans or ape evolution. Maybe they're other dimensional beings that are, you know, accidentally get transferred to our reality. You know, we don't know. You know, it's crazy. The theory is that they lived with us side by side and just went on a different evolutionary path than us, lived in caves and stayed away from humans, and you know, very you know, oh, sorry guy, sorry about that, but they went on their own path. And you know, this I think this one is a female that they claim. To me, it kind of looks like a person in a suit, but you know, I don't know. There's the Yetis. You know, they live way up in the mountains, and you can reference this in a lot of different places. Personally, I don't know if I believe in the Bigfoot, but he's out there. A lot of other people do, and here's some pictures. It might be worth looking into. Another race out there is the feline or the cat race. I think Devon or Devon, that is a certain type of that race. There's different Egyptian pictures and photos of them worshiping cats, and cats saw into the other world. I don't know. It might be worth looking into. I think I'm just gonna do maybe one or two more of these races, and we can get the conclusion going for you. Yeah, do not trifle with them. Hey, look at the sky. Alright, next one's gonna be the bird race. I think someone made a claim that they found, or they saw some kind of creature looking like that, and this is Thoth from the Egyptians, and he's a crane or a bird, and this is Sumerian Anunnaki bird. It could just be a representation of them having wings and be able to fly, but I don't know. Hello, my name is Mr. Bird. Nice to meet you. I do not find that amusing. Alright, I'm wrapping it up. They all seem to me to basically have, humanoid features to me. Maybe it's like the universal constant out there, where it's, 2 arms, 2 legs, a torso, and a head. Maybe that's just universal for all intelligent life. I don't know. If we're talking about other alien races, then we have to look at ourselves and look at humans, and where did we come from? And the genetic makeup of humans is pretty much 98% linked to chimpanzees and gorillas and primates, and 2% unknown. So I'm thinking is they intervened and manipulated our genetics, thousands, millions of years ago, and put in 2% of them or whatever, and we branched off into their slave class. Nobody knows. I do know is that I definitely believe in aliens, and there are definitely aliens out there. Probably been living with us for millions of years, thousands. Yeah, there's too many planets out there in the universe, and I think it was like the equivalently of every grain of sand on Earth is a habitable planet like Earth with possible life. Yeah, it's nuts. But that will do it, Bay Bears, and that's just a little introduction for you. Go do your own research. I'll have David Icke's video down below for reptiles. You can go check out, and yeah, that's it. Go get 'em, Bears.